Why not consider a weekend purge? Yes, 3 days of decluttering your home, and your home will definitely not be the same again. Thanks again for joining me today. Please like my page if you're on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and please share it with your friends and your family so that it can help them too. So the big question is, how do women like us, who are wearing so many different hats each day, and who don't cheat by looking like we have everything under control, take back our homes and life, free from the chains of clutter? How do we simplify, get started, get unstuck, let things go and create more time, so that we can truly focus on what is essential for a happy and healthy life with our loved ones? That is the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Lizelle Tenton, and welcome to the Vanilla Essence Show. Now let's quickly run through the basics of how to get prepared, how to get ready and execute a weekend purge. Remember in one of my previous episodes that was called Purge Often, Purge Fast, I said that this is not the time to go and sit in front of a drawer and meticulously starting to sort through each item. No. When you go into purge, the goal is to get rid of as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. Plan your weekend purge for a weekend when you can dedicate the entire weekend to this process. No other appointments, no games, no activities, and no visitors planned. And if possible, get some helpers for the weekend, and definitely include your husband and your children if they are old enough. The more hands, the lighter the work. But if your children are still very small, you might want to consider a babysitter for the weekend, and also do a bit of meal planning before the time so that you don't get sidetracked and caught up in preparing dinner and food for your family over the weekend. Also decide beforehand where you want to donate the stuff that you don't want anymore, and go and drop it off as soon as possible during that same weekend, if it is at all possible. This will just ensure that the items don't land up in a corner somewhere and become part of the clutter again. Also, remember to get all the supplies and tools that you might need ready before the weekend. Imagine having sorted a babysitter, prepared the frozen meals, and cancelled all your other appointments and plans just to find out on the Friday that you don't have what you need to get started. Now, these tools and supplies can be boxes, garbage bags, markers, baskets, or storage containers and stuff like that. And then when the weekend arrives, don't wait for Saturday morning to get started. Roll up your sleeves and get going the Friday night already. Turn on some good music, pour yourself a glass of wine if you have to, grab a garbage bag and take a walk through your home. Throw anything and everything into that bag that can be classified as garbage. And when the bag is full, you tie it up and you throw it in the garbage bin immediately. And you grab the next bag if you need to. Also start to clear off surfaces and return stuff, items to where they belong in your home. Now with the Friday done, make sure to get started early on the Saturday morning. This is going to be a big day, but a good one. Tackle the bathrooms first. Throw out anything that you no longer use, anything that is expired or leaking, and also go through all the cabinets, the drawers, and the shelves. Get rid of extra towels, those old magazines on the back of the toilet, and anything else cluttering up this space. And when you are done, make yourself a good cup of coffee and take a short break. Next, we tackle the master bedroom. It is a good idea to set your timer for 90 minutes to make sure that you stay on track and don't lose focus. Remember, the idea of this weekend purge is to get through the whole house and not just one area. Now in the master bedroom, go through the drawers and throw out any items you no longer use or need. Also give the surfaces a quick clear, pack stuff away, and be sure to pull out anything that is stored under the bed as well. Now finish up this task with a good dust and a vacuum, and make sure that everything is neatly packed away. And when you're done with the master bedroom, have a lunch and refuel those energy levels. Next is the kitchen and the dining area. Now these areas might be a bit of a challenge because stuff tends to gather up in these spaces. Go through your fridge and your food cupboards. Toss anything past its expiry date, anything you don't like and anything you don't plan to use up. Just let it go. Go through all your cupboards and take out items you never use, are never going to use, or maybe that you have duplicates of. Finish the kitchen by wiping down the zinc and the counters, and try to keep the counters as free from clutter as possible. This really helps a lot to make a space look less cluttered. Now, after another quick break, you're going to tackle the kids' rooms. Here you will get rid of anything no longer loved and no longer used. Toss or donate any toys that your kids have outgrown, broken toys, and clothing that they no longer wear. By now you might feel quite exhausted, but just hang in there. It is all going to be so worth it. Take another good break and have dinner. Celebrate what you have achieved so far. You only have one 60-minute session left. Next, you are going to take a run through the basement. Here you get rid of anything you don't use. Be ruthless, because it is usually the stuff that we don't want or need that ends up in the basement anyhow. And you are done for Saturday. Now start Sunday morning slow, because I think you will be quite tired by now. First, have a breakfast with your family or a late brunch and go and take a walk outside or relax with a book for a while. Around noon, it is going to be time to tackle the garage. Again, set your timer for 90 minutes to make sure that you stay on track and don't get distracted along the way. For every item that you are keeping in the garage, ask yourself, do I really use this? Does it work? Do I really like it? And do I want it? If the answer to any of those questions is no, get rid of it. And now for the final stretch. Go through your craft area, your home office, exercise area, or any other room specific to your living space. And use the same principles as we did in the other areas. And that is the end of your weekend purge. Well done. In a single weekend, you've managed to purge what might be years of clutter and junk. You've gotten a handle on your space and you've started the organization process. But just one more very important thing to remember. Get those garbage bags and all the other rubbish into garbage bags and get them outside to the garbage bin immediately. And load everything you want to donate in the back of your car or on the back seat of your car to drop off first thing the next morning or as soon as possible. Well done again. Now, thanks again for joining me today. Please like my page on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. But first, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and share it with your friends and your family so that it can help them too.